SA 701, that is key audit matters. In format of audit report as per SA 700, we have seen one of the paragraph, that is key audit matter paragraph. So what are key audit matters, how to present them, okay, how the auditor will identify key audit matter paragraphs, all this we'll see in this SA 701. okay, now key audit matter, what is meant by a key audit matter? See, key audit matters are those matters that in the auditor's professional judgment were of most significance in the current financial statement period audit. Okay, those items that are very much significant, significant means important for the current period audit as per the professional judgment of the auditor are known as key audit matters, and these key audit matters has to be communicated in the audit report. Okay, and this key audit matter is mandatorily applicable only for listed entities. Okay, for unlisted entities, auditor at his discretion, if he wants, he can give key audit matter paragraph, or he need not give key audit matter paragraph. Okay, that is left to the discretion of the auditor. Okay, how auditor will identify these key audit matters, that we will see. Okay, applicability of SA 701, just now I have told you. See, to all the listed entities it is mandatorily applicable, and auditor otherwise decides to communicate key audit matters in the auditor's report. Okay, in case of other entities, that is unlisted entities, if auditor decides that he wanted to communicate key audit matters, then he can give. Or key audit matters is made applicable as per requirement of any law. See, required by law or regulation to communicate key audit matter in the audit report, then also auditor will have to communicate key audit matters. Okay, next, purpose of communicating key audit matter. Now in the audit report, auditor is giving opinion, right? Again, why to communicate key audit matters? In order to increase communicative value of the audit report to the users of the financial statements or to the users of the audit report, this key audit matter has been introduced. That means auditor, he will do audit. While auditing, if he finds that any matter is very much important for the current period's audit, then auditor has to explain about that matter, how auditor has dealt with that matter to the users, right? It will increase communicative value of the audit report. So key audit matter has been introduced. See, to enhance communicative value of auditor's report and to assist users in understanding those matters that in the auditor's professional judgment were of most significant in the audit of financial statements of the current period. Okay, now auditor himself felt that these matters are very much important for the audit of current period. Now if auditor felt that they are important, means it will be useful if they are communicated to the users, right? So you can communicate them through key audit matter paragraph. Next, determining key audit matter paragraph. Now how auditor will determine key audit matter paragraph? Here there are certain steps. Now auditor, he will communicate certain matters to those charged with governance. So he will first of all take all the matters that he has communicated to those charged with governance. See, from the matters communicated to those charged with governance, identify matters that require significant auditor's attention in performing the audit. Okay, from all the matters that auditor has communicated to those charged with governance, auditor needs to identify those matters that require significant attention of the auditor. Okay, from all these matters, auditor will take up those matters where auditor feels that his attention is required. Okay, he has taken up all those matters that requires his attention. Now while selecting the matters that requires his attention, how auditor will select? First of all, auditor needs to consider the areas which are having high risk of material misstatement. See, in making the determination, consider the following. What are they? Areas of high assessed risk of material misstatement. Okay, if any of the items communicated to those charged with governance is having high risk of material misstatement, then for that particular item, auditor's attention is required. Auditor will take up that. Okay, next, significant auditor judgment relating to areas in the financial statement that involve significant management judgment. Okay, if auditor feels that for any particular item judgment of auditor is required because management has applied their judgment, those items also auditor will pick up. Next, significant events or transactions that occur during the period. Okay, from these items auditor will also pick up those items and events that are significant which have occurred during the year. Okay, all these auditor will pick up. Now from these picked up items auditor will see which are significant for the current period's audit. Okay, from these items also auditor will again further filter. See, from the matters determined above, those matters having most significant in the current period audit will be communicated as key audit matter. Okay, first of all you will take up all the matters communicated to those charged with governance. From those matters the areas which require significant attention of the auditor, that you will take up. From those items which are significant for the current period audit, that you will take up and communicate as key audit matter. Hope that is clear. Next, communicating key audit matter. Okay, how you will communicate key audit matter? In the audit report you will use a paragraph key audit matter, and in that paragraph you will communicate key audit matter. Okay, describe each key audit matter in a separate subheading. Now introductory language of this section shall be like this: key audit matters are those matters which are most significant in the audit of current financial year, and that these matters were addressed in the context of audit, and audit does not provide separate opinion on these. Okay, you have to explain the nature of key audit matter. Okay, key audit matters means those matters that are significant for the purpose of current period audit, and auditor doesn't provide any separate opinion on these matters. Okay, like this you need to explain the nature of those key audit matters in the introductory language of key audit matter paragraph. Okay, next, description of individual key audit matter. Okay, now in the key audit matter paragraph, let's say you wanted to communicate 5 matters as key audit matters. Now you have to give appropriate subheading. In that subheading you need to explain that key audit matter. How you will explain? What points you need to cover? See, you need to describe why the matter was considered to be one of the most significant. Auditor, you are saying that this is a key audit matter. Now why you consider this matter as a key audit matter, you need to explain. Okay, next, how the matter was addressed in the audit. Okay, you are saying that these are key audit matter and you have addressed them in the audit. How you have addressed them in the audit, you need to explain that in the key audit matter paragraph. Okay, for each key audit matter. Next, description of each key audit matter shall include a reference to the related disclosures, if any, made in the financial statement. Okay, if at all any description of this key audit matter has been made in the financial statements, then auditor has to make a reference to that description in the financial statements. Okay, circumstances where matter determined as key audit matter is not communicated. Okay, when will you not communicate a matter even though it is determined as a key audit matter? See, if law or regulation precludes the auditor in the public interest, okay, this matter is a key audit matter, but law or regulation says that even though that matter is a key audit matter, you should not communicate it, then auditor should not communicate it. Or auditor feels that the positive impact of communicating this key audit matter is lesser when compared to the negative impact that will generate. Okay, in that situation also auditor will not communicate key audit matter. See, auditor determines the adverse consequences of doing so would reasonably be expected to outweigh the public interest benefits of such communication. Let's say, for example, the entity has developed a formula with respect to certain medicine. Now auditor considers this as key audit matter. Now if auditor communicates about this formula in his audit report, this formula will be leaked to all the people, right? So this will cause loss to the entity. So here adverse effect of communicating key audit matter is more when compared to the benefit of communicating the key audit matter. So auditor should not communicate key audit matter even though it is a key audit matter. Okay, yes, this shall not apply if entity has already disclosed the information publicly. Okay, if that information is already available publicly, then it doesn't cause any new loss because of communicating this matter, because it is already available in a public, so you can communicate. Okay, next, what if there are no key audit matters to be communicated? See, in case of listed entity, if there are no key audit matters to be communicated, then you have to specify the same, that there are no key audit matters to be communicated. Okay, see, Include a statement to this effect in a separate section of the auditor's report under the heading key audit matters. Okay, under key audit matters, you have to say that there are no matters to be communicated as key audit matters, but you have to include key audit matter paragraph in the audit report of a listed entity. You cannot skip that paragraph. Okay, you must include the paragraph key audit matter paragraph. Okay, if there are key audit matters, you will communicate. If there are no key audit matters, you will say that there are no key audit matters. Hope that is clear. Okay, by this we have completed discussion of key audit matter paragraph SA 701.